Dear, oh dear.
Dear, oh dearie me. Oh, no pain, no gain, man. It's good.
No money.
No money here. He likes that one. That's a good video, guys, if you don't know about it.
Look it up. Like on the train. Oh.
Jeez, he's hurting him here.
Oh dear. Oh.
All right, that's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh. G'day guys, Darcy Ninja here for another YouTube video. Today we're going to go into the deep front line, so our fascial line that connects our pec all the way to our fingertips. We're going to be talking about Ninja's elbow pain that's continuing to be a nuisance, quite debilitating, struggling to do certain movements, and he's still got pain. So we're going to look at it from a different angle. We've been specific, we've gone deep. It's been successful, it's helped him, but we're just going to show you new ways and how we can sort of come up with different strategies and angles on when we treat. So I guess the role of fascia is like, it integrates the body. It's sort of like, it connects, you know, well, if we talk about the front arm line, it connects our pec all the way to our fingertips and all of these little bony landmarks in between. So it's got like this elasticity. So when we throw, it's got this elasticity recoil where it's going to help our arm project and throw and cause power through our movements. But it's also got some other important things is like it's hydrating, it's supporting, it's keeping our integrity in our structures and things like that. So that's the importance of our deep front arm line. So I'm going to follow that and start actually on the pec. So how you doing anyway, Ninja? We're out in the sun.
Yeah.
We've got something coming up on Friday. We're going to be doing some shoots down at the beach. So we're actually trying to get, today's Wednesday, we're trying to get our last little bit of sun as much as we can to be as brown and bronze for that, but we're also enjoying a bit of vitamin D and Melbourne's weather. So with this fascial stuff, what I'm doing is just slowly working the tissue. So starting deep on the bone, and I can actually connect to like his rib cage there, but also just make sure I'm going slow and collecting all the debris, all the little nooks and crannies that you can feel along the way. So you can feel like there's nice little grisly spots I should say, and we're just sort of collecting those and working them out. I'm probably getting a pretty bad shadow there, so what I'm going to do is come from that way. Let's do that again. There we go. No shadows now, so you can actually get a better visual of what's happening. So I've just gone an angle higher and I'm working that pec. So the reason that we can work in these areas is sometimes the pain that we may be feeling in that particular area might be coming upstream or up the chain. So that's why we're thinking of treating this deep front line of our arm line, I should say, more comprehensively. And like, if we've got tension or some adhesiveness or sticky tissue in that area, it can be limiting the way his arm performs and functions. So we're going towards these points and clearing them, cleaning them out, so he's got full range and full function of that whole arm. So now I'm starting to trace down the bicep. Trying to go slow. I've probably got a little bit too much wax on his pec, but it's starting to wear thin here, so I'm getting better purchase. It's quite hot, so you don't need a lot. You can use a little amount and still be effective.
Feels good.
Feels good.
Yeah.
So the broader palm is getting more surface area. It's collecting more of his bicep than what a thumb would, or a finger, or a tool. So we're just focusing on that. Broad, we get a good like understanding of more surface area means we're getting more of an understanding of what's going on in more areas of his forearm and bicep. So it's like using a bigger snow plow and collecting more of the snow, shifting it away, clearing the gunk. Nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting awareness as well, being a receiver of what's going on in my own arm.
Yeah.
My body, I could really feel some stuff in the pec minor, bicep tendon in here, and then also down that bicep tendon, and then lateral kind of just to there.
Yeah.
So just an insertion in there. It needs some work, and it needs to heal.
Like you can come and look at all these layers where I am here at the wrist, at the retinaculum, and covering into the hands and the fingertips, all the way into the thumb. And it actually, interestingly, looks like it comes into the into a bit of your lat and your back as well. But yeah, we're more focusing on the front arm line rather than the back arm line. I think that this is gonna be more relevant to where Ninja's pain is being in this elbow crease and in that bicep or choriobrachialis that we've discussed in previous videos. I'm going to come up this time. So I'm trying not to get too much shadows, but let's see what it's like doing a similar stroke in terms of the pace and the broadness, but just coming up the arm, up the hand. Geez, that sun's good, man. You getting a good tan?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
It's good,
It's good,
Yeah, I've been on location already. I've checked it out, so know where the
good shots are, where the angles.
Yeah, the angles and the light and things like that. So, yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, just going back to my elbow, like what happened was I was did something that I don't normally do. I did a heap of hard brushing on a deck. You know, the special tool used to get all the gunk off your deck.
The moss and the build up and the grime.
Yeah, it's just grime and stuff. I'd pressure cleaned it a couple of weeks before, but just in there, man. Yeah, but I did this deck prep stuff that you got to help. These chemicals that help kind of any dirt and grime and loose paint and stuff like that come up.
Yep.
So it just cleans it, and you do light sand and stuff if you need to, and prep your deck. And what happened? Yeah, so then we oiled it. Anyway, I just noticed afterwards, just picking up kids, that I was bloody really sore in there, and it felt like it was actually bleeding inside. It reminded me when I first did it out here. So I agitated it. But what I did, I intuitively went into it and I just pinned a bunch of spots in there, and I actually felt a lot better the next day, and it's feeling pretty good today. But when Darcy's working on me, it's a different story. I know that it's not right. It's just something deep in there that some deep scar tissue. I needs to file that down but then rehabilitate myself. Get it so it doesn't just get agitated when I do something that in there, man. It's so tight and sore. Ooh. Yeah, you're on an awesome spot.
Find a hard, solidified point there, and just hold it. Try and support his hand here, and just pin that.
Yeah.
So this area here, there's lots of layers of muscles that sort of cross over. Bicep, choriobrachialis, chorioradialis. They're all sort of intertwined and go underneath and wrap through each other here. So it's really cool to just feel those different muscles intersect and cross over and sort of, you want to go slow so you're not flicking over them and causing more trauma or irritation in there. So I can do little rotations of the elbow and wrist that just allow me to feel that, like it brings up those muscles a little bit and allows me to feel that I'm on the right track. I'm in between the grooves and in between the channels, cleaning in between them, doing a really thorough job. And I'm just using a broad pisiform.
Oh, dear.
Haven't even got the thumb out because I'm probably still, I'm still getting depth and picking up all the deeper layers, but I'm also giving it a really thorough clean out without being super pinpoint with my thumb just yet, which is still being effective. Just going to continue with that pec. Oh yeah, there's some real heat coming off Ninja as well. We're getting a really good tan.
Bit of steam.
Bit of steam. Oh. Something in there as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Oh. So, just a bit flicky in there. So sort of working his pec minor, you can see how ropey that is. Maybe a bit of a pinch. Bit of a pinch with you still being able to see it there, Leo. So pinching the pec. Maybe we can actively open that up. So more of a dynamic treatment there. Pin and stretch, and you can feel that there's limitations and restrictions in there. So we just go at his pace, make sure this hand's really supportive. And hold. So yeah, pincer gripping the tissue, squeeze, but also my thumb pushing into that pec minor, which usually has a lot of trigger points, but it just frees up this shoulder, frees up this chest so much, helps with our breathing mechanics. Different angles, collecting as much of that tissue as I can. Flies are getting you, bloody Australia, mate. Flies everywhere. Okay, while he's got his arm up, I'm going to even explore a little bit more medial through the mid part of that. You can see the channel there between his bicep and tricep. We can get bone deep and hit that fascia and any little kinks or spots in between there as well. See what we can find. The shadows, you can't see nothing. Come that way. Yeah, we love a little bit of sun. As much as we can get. The browner, that our skin, the more glow we can get, we love it. But also just the recharge you get from the vitamin D. Something's going on there.
Yeah. In a hurry.
In a hurry to get somewhere. Might have just need to go to the toilet.
Maybe.
Who knows? Turtlehead, quick, get me home.
Siren on.
It's coming.
It's an emergency, yeah.
Makes you think sometimes, doesn't it? If you were in one of them, you could just chuck the siren on. Quick, we'll skip traffic. Hopefully not. Alright, bit of a... Oh, how's that feel? Is that painful for you?
No,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Tracing, I'm going to get my thumb and go around that joint. So cross fibre, cross friction. I don't do a lot of this. I usually like to work longitudinal, along the fibres of the tissue, but sometimes it's just a different technique.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's a spot.
That's a spot.
Oh dear, that's sore.
So that's insertion point, yeah. Our bicep and our coracoid brachialis or brachialis, it is going to flex the elbow. So the only way it does that is it has to cross over the other side of it. If it went inside here, it wouldn't actually have that ability. But you can imagine how thick this tissue is, our bicep, and then how thin and small the tendon is, and how much load is put through that tendon to create that joint action. So
Dear.
That's why our tendons, when you overdo it in repetitive style, you can cause irritation and pain in that area. So it's important to load them and strengthen them with isometrics and strength training and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, you get an understanding of why people get things like tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, which is extensor tendinopathy or flexor tendinopathy of that joint? Is it just fraying away and pulling at it because of the overuse?
Far out, yeah. Down is, yeah, just as you go on that line, far out, that's sore. Yeah. Dear, oh dear.
Dear, oh dearie me. Oh, no pain, no gain, man. It's good.
No money.
No money here. He likes that one. That's a good video, guys, if you don't know about it.
Look it up. Like on the train. Oh.
Jeez, he's hurting him here.
Oh dear. Oh.
All right, that's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh.
Oh shit. Dear, oh dear.
All right, before we finish, give that a bit of a move. Maybe the whole pec, open that shoulder, and then flex the elbow and move it how you feel like might bring up those symptoms. Tell me if there's any where you need another minute.
Yeah, no, I was feeling really good actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's good to get the whole arm line done.
Yeah. Look into Anatomy Trains, guys. If you haven't looked into it, it's talking about how the body integrates and how our fascial system is another system. It connects our entirety of our body. It keeps our joints intact. It's just another system, I guess, that's like a body armor to us. You know, our superficial back line is keeping us upright. It's supporting our spine. Our arm line is keeping our joints, our humerus, our radius and ulna all intact, and allows those mechanical and functional movements to happen, like throwing. So yeah, if you're not getting the results that you're looking for when treating a specific tendon or joint, look up the chain, look down the chain, and see how we're all so connected and related, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Make sure you do like, subscribe, head to our Patreon for more exclusive content, and look out for our calendar that we'll be releasing in the next couple of weeks. See ya.